SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo and Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flo.
Okay, so check this. Flo is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flo is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flo. Get a plan, 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flo.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flo terms and conditions apply.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG, our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
SVG, doing more together.
In the headlines, policemen and women here urge to keep the profession respected. Jamaica Security Minister announces new crime-fighting measures. Trump celebrates impeachment acquittal and blasts rivals. And in sports, Raptors win franchise record with 12 straight NBA win. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flo and Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flo.
Okay, so check this. Flo is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flo is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flo. Get a plan, 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flo, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flo.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flo terms and conditions apply.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG, our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
SVG, doing more together.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV News and Sports for Thursday, February 6th, 2020. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Policemen and women here have been urged to keep the profession a respectable one. This was highlighted at the first parade of the Commissioner of Police held today at the Victoria Park. Also at the parade, 43 officers who performed humanitarian duties in Dominica during the aftermath of Hurricane Maria in 2017 were awarded the Regional Security System Medals of Honor. Larissa Pugsley-Kidd tells us more in this report.
More than 100 officers of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force were part of the first Commissioner of Police Parade today, Thursday, February 6th at the Victoria Park. Those on parade were inspected by Commissioner Colin John. Addressing the gathering, Commissioner John said while most of the officers on parade were found to be properly attired, a few did not meet the required standard.
Appearance or lack of proper appearance. The Royal St. Vincent and Grenadines Police Force, we pride ourselves in being the best turnout police force in the region, and we have to make sure that we maintain that standard, and hence the reason for Commissioner's Parade and events of this nature.
Commissioner John said nevertheless the majority of the members of the RSVG police must be commended for their hard work, and called out the few whom he said have brought the police force into disrepute. He asked that officers strive to be professional and do the job they swore to carry out to help make SVG a safer place.
Ensure that whenever a person or police officer takes that oath, he is true to that oath. We have seen some blemishes last year. We have seen some at the beginning of this year. We have to ensure that these things are as infrequent as possible, so that we can make sure that we act as professional and we perform as professional as possible.
The police commissioner also called on members of the public to work with the police to ensure law and order is maintained at all times.
We seek your guidance, we seek your support, we seek your assistance in making sure that we, the police, make sure that we, the public, are safe.
At the parade, 43 police officers received the Regional Security System Medal of Honor for performing humanitarian duties in Dominica in 2017, following the aftermath of Hurricane Maria. These officers were drawn from the various departments of the police force.
I want to endorse that and say thanks to you for your invaluable service that you provided to the people of Dominica.
Deputy Joseph, he served from December 16th to December 28th.
For SVG-TV News, Larissa Pugsley-Kidd.
As motorists and other persons here try to get used to the changes in the flow of traffic along the Mackey's Hill Road, two members of the traffic branch of the RSVG Police Force have used the opportunity to explain the changes to ensure a smooth transition. Corporal Brinsley Bob said as part of the changes, a traffic sign has been placed near the Haddon Hotel along the Mackey's Hill Road and explains its purpose.
And it says that no entry between the hours of 6:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And this goes from Monday to Friday. What we have is that we have a lot of traffic that was traveling along the Mandela Highway, and we have used this route so persons can travel from the leeward side of the island to the windward side and have easier access.
Alright.
So persons, everybody's not aware of the route of the traffic now, so we have officers in place at the Girls High School Junction and here at Han Hotel to assist us in directing the public and showing them what exactly is going on. And we have placed a sign here. A lot of persons don't know about it, but eventually they would know.
They'll get around.
Yes.
All right.
And what we normally do is that the officers at the junction would send the persons up so that they can see the sign. So they would be aware of it.
Yes.
Because if they come down this morning and they see the sign here, obviously they won't come back tomorrow.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Right?
There are two other signs which motorists will observe along the Mackey's Hill Public Road, and Corporal Carden explained the purpose of these two signs.
Entry for traffic between 6:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. This clearly means that on mornings the traffic that is coming from the Girls High School area cannot enter the road to use from Girls High School towards Whitechapel Road. However, it is beneficial to the traffic on the leeward side that they can move from the Parslot area, come over to the Girls High School direction towards the New Democratic building at the junction at the Girls High School. Also, there's a sign on our left, on my left, bearing the legend, no entry. This means that no traffic, no vehicle traffic at all can go from the junction at Mackey's towards the Level Gardens public road at any given time of the day.
Another traffic sign can be found at Whitechapel Road near Her Majesty's Prison in Kingston, and Corporal Bob explained when it restricts the flow of traffic.
And I want you to pay special attention to the time on this sign because it is different from the other two signs. So this sign, no entry from Monday to Friday between the hours of 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. So you cannot use this road between those times. What we have is, on morning, we have traffic that is coming from the leeward side that could use the main road and still travel up this way until 9:30. So they have from 6:30, from in the morning until 9:30 to come up.
All right.
But
so
from 9:30 to 11:30, you cannot use this road.
So therefore, persons like I would have asked Superintendent John about for the persons who are working like at like the Nabrigo's Ice House.
Yes.
And some persons traveling there. So this is the road that they would take.
Yes, you use this road and go up to the gym and go across.
And go across. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And this time limit is different than those of the other two sides.
Yes, of course.
In some news from Parliament now on the 2020 budget debate. There is a need for the re-engineering of the country's education system to cater to the needs of every citizen. That's the position shared by Opposition Member of Parliament for the Southern Grenadines, Terence Oliver, during the contribution to the debate on the 2020 budget. Oliver says in order for the country to have a thriving education sector, equitable distribution of resources and access must be made available to all so that everyone will have the opportunity to make good of themselves. He said another area which needs to be looked into is to make the system more equitable, is to have all the schools placed on a level playing field.
One in which all schools will be considered to be prestige or elite. Because Mr. Speaker, in this country, sometimes depends on where the school is located. You do not attract and get some of the best minds, even though they come from those locations. And we must change our methods of access to secondary schools by make sure that all schools, as much as possible in every locality, be considered to be elite or prestige.
The opposition MP also called for regular maintenance of education institutions island-wide, which he said will help to save resources which can be channeled elsewhere.
One in which all schools will be considered to be prestige or elite. Because, Mr. Speaker, in this country, sometimes depends on where the school is located. You do not attract and get some of the best minds, even though they come from those locations. And we must change our methods of access to secondary schools by make sure that all schools, as much as possible in every locality, be considered to be elite or prestige.
Oliver said while he fully supports the Minister of Education's proposal for reading to be made a subject matter, there is also a need for a major reform in the school's curriculum with the use of technology to improve teacher and student learning.
Have we reformed and made changes to the curriculum at the Teachers Training College? Have we done that? Have we made it mandatory that all teachers at the Teachers College will be trained in the use of technology in delivery of the curriculum in order to make the teaching and learning process better? Have we done that, Mr. Speaker? We have to do that. The other point, Mr. Speaker, training teachers, bringing somebody from Union Island or from whatever school or Canaan, and you give them a couple hours training in the use of technology, in the use of the delivery of the curriculum. Mr. Speaker, that alone is not going to get teachers to do what they have to do. I suggest that we have a cadre of professionals who are versed in these areas. You zone the country and you have these professionals visit schools working with teachers in order to implement what we want the teachers to do in our schools. Because to some teachers, yes, they are trained in the use of the computer, but not how to apply it in the teaching and learning process. And we need to get that right.
Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Senator Deborah Charles, says the government continues to assist the nation's youth through its social programs, which allow for the most vulnerable to be able to take advantage of the many opportunities in education. Making her contribution to the 2020 budget debate, Senator Charles said, recognizing the cost of books for students, particularly at the secondary level, $1 million was budgeted last year to assist students through the book loan scheme, a program which she says has been beneficial to students and their parents.
Last year, 2019 to 2020 school year, we budgeted $1 million to assist students on this program. The Ministry of Education spent $999,998, $2 short of the $1 million. We bad spent. Mr. Speaker, I want to say this morning that 69.33% of the students in our secondary schools have benefited from the book loan scheme for this academic year. 9,510 students have benefited from the book loan scheme. We haven't been doing anything for young people.
That's what is it?
We haven't been doing anything for young people. Maybe we're doing it for the parents.
Charles said through the Zero Hunger Trust Fund, over 300 students nationwide have received the help they need.
In the schools, we seek to provide and support our students to ensure that there's completion in their school, in their courses of studies.
So students, you have 15 minutes.
Excuse me?
You have 15 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So students who are at the grade 6 level are assisted with their book reports and all of those things that they have to do. But also, Mr. Speaker, we have been given to a number of students in different schools, and I think that those schools are about 15 of them, or 12. Sandy Bay Primary, participants 44, Fair Hall Government 45, Fancy 15, Lauders Primary 26, Clare Valley 29, Barley 82, Chateaubelair 29, Rose Hall 22, Gome 15, to the tune of 307 children.
The government senator said another program which has been beneficial to the nation's students is the school feeding program.
Mr. Speaker, the school feeding program was set up to assist vulnerable children. And we have just over 57% of our children on the feeding program. We have about 7,403 learners across 64 primary schools who presently benefit from the feeding program. While I'm on the feeding program, sir, I would like to thank our corporate neighbors, Thirsty Water, who have continuously been assisting us in the breakfast program for children who would come without a meal in the morning.
Budget 2020 facilitates many exciting developments in agriculture, fisheries and livestock production. So says Minister of Agriculture Saboto Caesar during his contribution to the 2020 budget debate in Parliament yesterday. Highlighting some of the developments in fisheries, Minister Caesar said the government has been busy facilitating expansion in the sector. Caesar said key infrastructural developments such as the Argyle International Airport and the leasing of fishery centers island wide form part of the plan to develop the fisheries sector, a plan which he said has yielded fruits seen in the dramatic increase in export of fish. He said more developments are underway with the coming on stream of rainforest seafood fisheries plants in Calicoa.
February the 14th or the 15th, there is going to be a groundbreaking ceremony where one of the largest investors in fisheries in the hemisphere will be coming to set up a plant in Calicoa for the benefit of the fisher folk of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. What is important, Mr. Speaker, about that is that in the contract it is detailed that the company must purchase $20 million worth of fish and fish product from Vincentian fishers. You know what that means, Mr. Speaker? Budget 2020 has ensured that there is an opportunity, but not only that there's an opportunity, but that the fisher folk of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be assisted with finance to capitalize their further production of fish and fish products to sell to this company.
Noting that sustainability is key to the continuing growth and development of any sector, Minister Caesar said he is happy that Budget 2020 pays some attention to the important area of conservation.
Mr. Speaker, I put all of that in the context of the jobs which are being created as a result of Budget 2020, and to encourage our young people to look towards the blue economy as a source of hope and opportunities. And whilst we are doing that, we are not forgetting the important role that conservation would always play. And in Budget 2020, we have monies earmarked for a rapid conch and lobster assessment, and it was clearly noted by the Minister of Finance the importance of protecting the parrotfish.
Livestock production is another area which is expected to see some further expansion this year, and Minister Caesar said the development will help with both exports and the protection of the national herd.
It is noted clearly that we are going to embark on the establishment of an abattoir. And I listen to the news from time to time, and I hear whenever we export cattle to Grenada, some persons in some dark corners, they say that we're sending away all the cattle. We're sending away all the pigs. But how can you grow an economy if you do not focus on export? But the important point I want to make, Mr. Speaker, is this. We are increasing our exports, but we are ensuring that our national herd is protected. And that is why in Budget 2020, we are focusing not only on export, but artificial insemination programs, embryo transfer in cattle, and we are actively seeking foreign direct investors who will come to St. Vincent and Grenadines and invest in joint venture initiatives to address the issue of livestock expansion.
And Member of Parliament for the North Leeward area, Roland Patel Matthews, says locals are not benefiting enough from the government's programs in agriculture and fisheries. Contributing to the debate on the 2020 budget, Matthews identified the Banana Accompanying Measures program, BAM, which he says, after almost 8 years, is yet to achieve its objectives, which include promoting productivity in the agriculture sector, foster competitiveness, and encourage diversification.
I recall, Mr. Speaker, the minister himself, let me get the right thing, he was talking about an abattoir to be financed by this program. Instead, up to date, no abattoir in St. Vincent and Grenadines. None whatsoever. Instead, an abattoir in Grenada is making money from our livestock when they send the meat abroad as wild meat because it fetch more on the international market. St. Vincent and the Grenadines could have been making this money rather than we just supplying the raw stock.
As it relates to the fisheries sector, Matthew says more locals should be given the opportunity to excel in the industry.
But yet, we're here talking and we're praising the local fisher folks, which I believe is justifiable. But however, while we're doing that, Mr. Speaker, while we're praising them for the millions of dollars the local fisher folks make, and we encourage them to continue their hard work, but what are we doing instead? Bringing in large, multi-million-dollar competitor. But hear what now, Mr. Speaker? I am hoping that the multi-million competitor in the long run doesn't make the local fisher folks who are doing so well, based on the minister and under observation, take them out of business. Let us hope it doesn't happen that way. Let us hope.
The North Leeward MP said more opportunities must also be created for locals to benefit from large-scale investments in fisheries and agriculture.
This time, I believe, Mr. Speaker, while we boast of the products of the education revolution, we should also show the confidence, Mr. Speaker, in our people that they could be able to take on big operations, to be their own boss, set up their own businesses. It shows that we are making progress. But the fact that we are continuing, Mr. Speaker, in the whole way where we just catch the fish and sell to big merchants who making the big money in the long run, it is apparent, Mr. Speaker, that we haven't gone too far in terms of our development. We must change that, Mr. Speaker.
We'll continue with the local news when we return. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus a grand every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flow. Get a plan, 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.
C-Star Limited is now located on the 3rd floor of the First St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the First St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. Vanities, C-Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. A number of Vincentians will be able to benefit from free eye care service through the Venezuelan Miracle Mission, which will commence this weekend and run until February 14th at 6 locations island-wide. The free eye clinic will shortlist at least 400 people for surgery who are diagnosed with cataract and pterygium. The first clinic will be held at the Kingston Clinic this Sunday, February 9th, and the remaining days at the Georgetown Medical Complex, Bookament Polyclinic, Bequia, Mesopotamia, and the last clinic on February 14th at Chateau-Belair. Venezuela's ambassador to SVG, Francisco Perez, is hoping that persons take advantage of the free eye care clinics.
Because have to know the condition that you have in all the cases, but all doctors are Venezuelan, and all the material, all the equipment that we need, we will bring also. So it's a complete mission. You have the government of St. Vincent, our Vincentian, have not to pay anything for that. No. It's just the space and the time and the people that have to go there.
The mission would have a team of 4 ophthalmologists who specialize in cataract and pterygium. Cataract is a clouding of the normally clean lens of the eye, while pterygium is a growth that forms over the cornea.
You have another condition, the doctor will tell you and recommend what to do. So for this reason, we say, well, we can see maybe more than 600 patients because you are filtrating. No, you have just another condition. Maybe you have glaucoma that is worse than that. They can take note of that, and maybe in the future we can do another miracle mission and bring doctor that they are specialized in glaucoma to operate to do the surgery of glaucoma.
Surgeries will be done at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital and the Georgetown Medical Complex.
The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines could open a new hospital in our medical center in Georgetown because we will use this premise to do the surgery. And so Georgetown and Milton Cato will be the surgery, and that will happen between the 26th of April or April 26th.
The Miracle Mission is part of an agreement under the Petro-Caribbean Regional Integration Agreement. This is the second mission that will be held in SVG. Local artist Winston Papa Easton Lewis, who is a big fan of Bob Marley, continues to celebrate the reggae legend's birthday, which is today. The reggae icon was born on February 6, 1945 and passed away on May 11, 1981. With today being the birthday of reggae music legend Bob Marley is remembered as for his music and how it has impacted lives. Lewis, who has been paying tribute to Marley for the past 28 years, is encouraging young artists to get more in tune with reggae music, which he said can influence and inspire them in a positive way.
These days, the music, a lot of the music we listen to is music that really send you sometimes in the wrong direction. You know, as far as the lyrics is concerned, you know, it's not so much the music, but the lyrics, you know, because the lyrics is what you listen and the lyrics is what you influence from. And a lot of these music is not so, a lot of these lyrics is not something that you would hear from a conscious guy like Bob. Because if you listen.
Lewis' daughter, who is more into dancehall music, said she fully supports her father's endeavor and his passion for reggae music.
And everything, and I think what my dad is doing is very good. He should keep it up and, you know, encourage young generations like me, you know, to push and love one another.
Bob Marley was a Jamaican singer and songwriter, considered one of the pioneers of reggae. His contribution to the music increased the visibility of Jamaican music worldwide and made him a global figure in popular culture.
I listen to any kind of music.
Okay, what about the reggae?
Yeah, that's good.
The kind of Bob Marley?
Redemption songs.
We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you have to sing another song of freedom?
That was our local news. We'll be right back with news of the region. Stay with us.
It was a local news segment.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Brick by brick, piece by piece. Building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future. Doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG, our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
OSBG, doing more together.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you'll love Super 6 even more, because every time you spend $6 on Super 6, you get a chance to win 6 times your spend instantly. Wow! That's 6 times your spend of $6 on Super 6 for 6 weeks. Now there's more reason to love Super 6. More money, more money, more money.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In our news from the region now, we hear that Jamaica's National Security Minister, Horace Chang, has announced a series of measures to increase the intelligence of law enforcement agencies and to clamp down on criminal activities in the country. We hear more in this report.
And shootings propelled by a gang conflict have influenced the 2 SOEs in the Kingston and St. Andrew area, an SOE in the St. Andrew South Police Division and the other in Kingston Eastern. For National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, it's not the complete solution.
We don't expect to use the state of public emergency as a long-term solution. The Commissioner of Police is making some geographical changes. Already indicated, the entire Kingston, St. Andrew and St. Thomas will come under a new area, the metropolitan area, to be commanded by Commissioner of Police and entire team.
He gave reasons for the decision.
As indicated before, the current status is that a policeman at Fields and Constance Spring Road cannot talk to a policeman at Marketplace because Northern St. Andrew operates out of Area 5 and the rest of the corporate area out of Area 4. That kind of activity leads to a dissonance in intelligence, in corporate operational activity and so forth. That is the change, and it's being changed this month.
As the minister announced changes to the Kingston and St. Andrew area, his colleague Everald Warmington took issue with aspects of the SOE in St. Catherine. Mr. Warmington wants to go back to the days of curfews where police cordon and search areas.
You shut it down from 6 to 6 for an entire week. Go inside there, search the area. Then you find the guns, you find those who are making you trouble. So by having roadblocks and checkpoints, to me it's not effective because we all know the criminals know where the checkpoints are.
That was all news from the region. The international news is coming up. Stay with us.
Was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses. We're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carrez Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean mountains of Colombia. Cold Cafe. We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters. Cold Cafe. Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world, available in classic and decaffeinated. A rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% Colombian coffee. Cold Cafe. Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cool to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Let's go further afield now. Celebrating his impeachment acquittal, President Donald Trump took a scorched-earth victory lap today, unleashing his fury against those who tried to remove him from office while looking ahead to his re-election campaign. Speaking to a room full of supporters at the White House, President Trump declared the impeachment proceedings a disgrace and complained anew that it was a very unfair situation, echoing his broadsides hours earlier that stunned the crowd at an annual prayer breakfast.
They know what they are doing is wrong, but they put themselves far ahead of our great country. Weeks ago and again yesterday, courageous Republican politicians and leaders had the wisdom, fortitude, and strength to do what everyone knows was right. I don't like people who use their faith as justification for doing what they know is wrong. Nor do I like people who say, I pray for you, when they know that that's not so. So many people have been hurt. And we can't let that go on.
Look, a Democratic member of Congress, Tom Suozzi, took the microphone at the end and said, you know, that whole love thine enemies thing, some people haven't gotten it yet. Donald Trump is not a person who feels himself subject to the dictates of the Christian faith. He did the opposite of what Bill Clinton did after he was acquitted in 1999. Bill Clinton came out in the Rose Garden and apologized to the country and to the Congress for putting them through the agony of an impeachment process. Instead, what President Trump is doing is coming to the prayer breakfast and saying, I am the victim here. They've done wrong to me. That's simply the way Donald Trump is. It's not the way that Nancy Pelosi or Mitt Romney is, but that's the president that America elected in 2016.
A third case of coronavirus has been diagnosed in the UK. It is understood that the person was infected with the virus in Singapore, not China. This has led the British government to update its travel advice, telling anyone returning from 9 countries in Asia with a cough or fever to isolate themselves for 14 days. Meanwhile, in the fight to stop the coronavirus, a dedicated team of scientists known as the virus hunters are said to be working around the clock in a lab in Thailand, where so far 25 cases have been detected. 9 have been discharged from the hospital. We hear more in this report.
Meet the virus hunters, a team of Thai scientists who identify emerging diseases. But since January, they've had one mission: to help the government detect the new coronavirus. They've already cut the results waiting time down from almost 2 days to just 3 hours.
The early detection and the fast reporting the result not just good only for the patient. It's good also good for the government. So if it is positive, they can find the other contacts to not make the disease spread.
1,500 specimens have already been analysed here. That includes repeat screening of patients and any of their possible contacts. First, the virus is killed and the DNA is extracted. That's then separated into containers so it can be tested to prove if it's coronavirus or not.
The reason we're not wearing full biohazard suits in this room, but the scientists next door are, is for one simple reason, and that's because the virus in that room is live. Everything that comes into here is dead. And because coronavirus isn't transferred through the air as an aerosol, it's transferred through droplets, this room has been deemed safe.
Dr. Sapaporn identified the first case of coronavirus in Thailand. Her lab is one of only 2 in the country testing positive samples, while others screen for potential sufferers. An expert in her field, she's previously examined bats, monkeys and rodents for the sources of coronaviruses, flus and Ebola.
We also characterize the genome of the virus, and right now the genome of virus can be used to design the medicine, the drug, and or the vaccine more correctly. And we also use this genome to following up to monitor the mutation.
The research here isn't just adding to local knowledge, but can be shared with teams around the world, as Thailand plays its part in the global fight against this new threat.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
The local weather forecast, it is fair winds east at 13 kilometers per hour, temperatures 26.5 degrees Celsius, relative humidity is 74%. The barometric pressure is 1015.0 millibars, 24-hour rainfall 13.4 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature is 29.2 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature is 25.4 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:07 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. The forecast, it is fair to partly cloudy, slightly hazy and breezy with brief isolated showers. The synopsis, the Atlantic high pressure system is the dominant feature.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great ambiance. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
Welcome to the evening sports. The Toronto Raptors set a franchise record with a 12th straight NBA win, while the Los Angeles Clippers were too good for the Miami Heat on Wednesday night. The Raptors continue their winning streak with a thrilling 119-118 victory over the Indiana Pacers. Serge Ibaka proved to be the hero with a go-ahead three-pointer with 30 seconds remaining. Ibaka finished with 30 points, while Kyle Lowry had a double of 32 points and 10 assists, and Pascal Siakam poured in 25. Elsewhere, the Clippers also set a franchise record during their 128-111 win over Miami Heat. They hit 24 three-pointers with Landry Shamet 6 and Paul George 5 leading the way. George finished with 23 points and 10 assists, while Kawhi Leonard went 5 of 13 from the field for his 14 points to go with 9 assists and 7 rebounds. Due to an overnight break in at the Players Pavilion at Warden Park, St. Kitts, the scheduled start of the Leeward Hurricanes versus Barbados Pride match in the 4th round of the West Indies Championship has been delayed by 1 day. The match will now start tomorrow, Friday, February 7th at 10 a.m. Local host Leeward Islands Hurricanes and the St. Kitts Cricket Association had confirmed to Cricket West Indies that the police are investigating the matter and that all necessary steps are being taken to mitigate against such a situation reoccurring. The delayed start of fixtures is not expected to have any significant impact on the ongoing series of matches across the region. The other matches ongoing in the 4th round are Guyana Jaguars versus Jamaica Scorpions at Guyana National Stadium and Windward Islands Volcano versus Trinidad and Tobago Red Force at Windsor Park, Dominica. The SVG Squash Association yesterday held its annual general meeting and election of officers at the National Squash Center, Pauls Avenue, in accordance with the association's constitutions ratified on March 17, 2003. The new executive for the 2020-2021 period are President McKevin Hadaway, Vice President Jules Snag, Secretary Cindy Walker, Treasurer Dr. Sheridan Slater, Assistant Secretary Treasurer Janine Doyle, Public Relations Officer Jason Doyle, Junior Representative Jada Ross, Committee Members Amber Glasgow, Rochelle Williams, Mikhail Kwashi, and Xander Games. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Your home is a long-term investment, including most of its features. So when purchasing windows, ensure to acquire a superior product like Kendra's double-sliding heavy-duty window, optional burglar bars, protective insect screens, rubber-sealed thick glass, stainless steel tracking system and rollers, secure and durable locking system on both panels. Inferior products on the market fail to secure your home effectively. So be on alert for inferior imitation. Key things to avoid are problematic latching locks, a poor tracking system, making daily operation of your windows difficult and sometimes impossible, poorly built insect screens, glued on copycat designs, thin and easy to break glass. Always choose the affordable brand from Kendra's aluminum windows and products, built on a tradition of excellence.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. In more sporting news now, we hear that the 4 Premier Division teams in the SVG Cricket Championship will look to close the deficit between them and current leaders Flo Radcliffe in this weekend's games. Fresh off an inspiring win against Victors 1, Police 2 will look to arrest and lock away Flo rivals when they do battle at the main Arnosville playing field. The other Premier Division games down for decision in the weekend is Pitt's Guardian General Saints against Victors 1 at the Sandhill playing field. In the National Lottery's 50 overs First Division, the entertaining, hard-hitting team Pollard Investment, North Windward Combined, and CJ Julius Anthony MSDA Northern Stars will go head-to-head on the batting paradise of Arnesville 2. Also in the First Division on Sunday, February 9th, Corey's Distribution Belfango will go in hunt of their second 4 points when they meet Radcliffe 2 at Stubbs. Then up in North Windward at the London playing field, VJ's Rooftop and Bar North Windward will host the French Veranda SVG Community College. This year's Dr. J.P. Yusuf Secondary School and Intermediate High School Joint Track and Field Championship will be held at Victoria Park tomorrow at 1 p.m. Leading the point standings for Dr. J.P. Yusuf Secondary's Greenhouse on 363 points. In second with 304 points is Red House, while Yellow House is in third on 277 points. And in the cellar position is Blue House on 264 points. Over at the Intermediate High School, Yellow House is leading with 254 points, while there is a tie for second between Red House and Blue House, who are both on 195 points, which puts Green in third on 115 points. And that's all we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay with us.
The Vallejo Experience. We cater for all of your psychological needs. We promote holistic wellness, balancing the mind, body, and spirit. I am Dr. Giselle Miller, CEO and founder of the Vallejo Experience. Contact us today. We are willing and ready to serve you.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6, a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6 even more. With more money to the jackpot galore.
Win more, have more fun.
With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one.
With the new and improved Super 6 team, the jackpot keeps growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6, a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Police men and women here urged to keep the profession respected. Jamaica's security minister announces new crime-fighting measures. Trump celebrates impeachment, acquittal, and blasts rivals. And in sports, Raptors win franchise record with a 12th straight NBA win. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Rochelle Baptiste. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bereavement or loss of life in your family could come as a shock. That's why it's important to always focus on the things that made you happy and the memories that you shared. At Memorial Funeral Home, our warm and friendly staff ensures that your experience is a pleasant one. Our sensitive staff is understanding, caring, and all-knowing when it comes to selecting your underground furniture and the things that you need to celebrate life.
Well, I am a furniture manufacturer, and I manufacture furniture for all purposes. At this time, I am interested in manufacturing some underground furniture. You can purchase these underground furniture at the Memorial Funeral Home in Mexico.
So call us at 458-8888 or 530-5694 and let's celebrate life.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash, 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up. Just switch to Flow. Get a plan. 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flow, win a bag of money. Cash out. Get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.